I was just a shadow in my own plan, counting dreams, holding books in my hand. Then you came crashing like a storm through my sky. Danger in your smile, but truth in your eyes. And I swore I'd never fall, but you made me break my walls. It started as a game, but my heart won't be the same. It's a dare to love, a risk I'm taking, a flame in the dark, a fire worth saving. I was safe, I was strong, but I needed something more. So I'm daring to love. You're the noise that keeps me wide awake.
The last week of the dare came with an unfamiliar heaviness. For Ella, the countdown felt like a shadow hovering over every smile, every laugh, every lingering glance she shared with Mikel. For all her determination to stay detached, she couldn't deny it anymore. He had carved a place in her heart. But what scared her more was the thought that maybe, to him, it was still just a game. One Saturday afternoon, Mikel insisted they skip the usual hangouts and go somewhere quiet. Against her better judgment, Ella agreed. They took a bus to Sorale, weaving through bustling streets until they reached a small, worn-down music studio tucked between shops. "What are we doing here?" Ella asked, eyeing the graffiti-splattered walls. "You'll see," Mikel said with a grin, holding the door open. Inside, the studio smelled faintly of dust and old wood. A few instruments lay scattered, drums, a battered guitar, and in the corner, another piano. "This is where I come when everything gets too loud," Mikel admitted, dropping his playful tone. "Sometimes I play. Sometimes I just breathe." Ella looked at him, surprised. "Nobody knows about this, do they?" He shook his head. "Not even my friends." "You're the first." Her chest tightened. To Mikel, who wore arrogance like armor, this was no small confession. "Play something," she urged gently. He hesitated, then sat at the piano. The melody that filled the room was raw and aching, full of unspoken words. Ella listened, her throat tightening. When he finished, she whispered, "Why do you hide this side of you?" Mikel's smile was sad. "Because it doesn't fit the version of me everyone wants. At home, I'm the disappointment. At school, I'm the entertainment. If I try to be serious, no one takes me seriously." Ella's heart ached. "That's not true." "I do." Their eyes locked. For once, there was no teasing, no smirk, just vulnerability. Mikel swallowed, his voice low. "That's why you're dangerous, Johnson. You see the parts of me I don't want anyone to see." Ella's pulse quickened. "And you make me forget my plans. You make me feel things I shouldn't." "Maybe plans aren't everything," he said softly. "Maybe recklessness isn't either." They stared at each other, the air between them charged. For a moment, Ella thought he might kiss her. And the terrifying part, she wanted him to. But instead, he looked away, breaking the spell. "Come on. Let's get you home before your mom starts thinking I kidnapped you." The more Ella learned about Mikel, the more conflicted she became. She discovered that his father had left years ago, leaving his mother to raise him alone. She worked long hours, rarely home, and Mikel grew up fending for himself. He filled the emptiness with basketball, parties, and chaos, anything to drown out the silence. "He acts like he doesn't care," Kameka whispered one evening when Ella confessed some of what she had learned. "But maybe that's just how he survives." Ella nodded slowly. "He's more than people think." "And you're starting to like him," Kameka teased with a knowing grin. Ella groaned, burying her face in her hands. That's the problem. But not everyone saw Mikel's hidden side. To the rest of the school, he was still the reckless playboy, and Ella, the nerd who had somehow landed him. The attention only grew worse. One afternoon, Ella walked into the cafeteria to find her name scribbled in marker on the notice board. Nerd Queen plus Playboy King equals Joke of the Year. Laughter rippled through the crowd. Ella's cheeks burned, but before she could react, Mikel was already there. He tore the paper down, crumpling it in his fist. His eyes blazed as he scanned the room. Who did this? Silence. No one answered. Cowards, he spat, tossing the paper aside. Then he turned to Ella, his expression softening. Don't let them get to you. They don't matter. But they did matter. The whispers, the stares, the cruel laughter, they gnawed at Ella, reminding her that their relationship had started as a dare. That night, as she walked home with Mikel, she finally voiced the fear that had been eating her alive. Tell me the truth, she said quietly. About what? Was I just a joke to you? Another dare to brag about. Mikel stopped in his tracks. His jaw tightened, his eyes dark. Is that what you think? I don't know what to think, she admitted, her voice trembling. You're you. And I'm me. This doesn't make sense. He stepped closer, his voice fierce. Ella, listen to me. When we started, yes, it was a dare. But now, it's not a game anymore. Not for me. Her heart pounded. Then what is it? Mikel hesitated, searching her eyes. It's real. You're the first person who makes me want to be better. The first person who makes me believe I can be more than just the bad boy. Ella's throat tightened. She wanted to believe him. But a part of her still whispered that this was dangerous. Mikel, she whispered, I don't know if I can trust you. His eyes softened with something almost like pain. Then let me prove it. Over the next few days, Mikel tried. He walked her to the library instead of dragging her away. He sat quietly while she studied, sometimes even helping her quiz herself. He kept his jokes softer, his teasing gentler. And slowly, Ella felt her walls begin to crack. One evening, as they sat together under the mango tree, she caught herself leaning against his shoulder. The moment felt natural, unforced, like she belonged there. Careful, he murmured, though his tone was tender. If you keep this up, I might start thinking you actually like me. Ella smiled despite herself. Maybe I do. Mikel turned to look at her, eyes wide with surprise. But before either of them could say more, a group of students passed by, snickering. See them. Mikel the playboy and Ella the nerd. Bet he'll dump her next week. Ella's smile faded. She pulled away, her heart sinking. Mikel cursed under his breath, standing abruptly. Ignore them. But she couldn't. Their words cut too close to her deepest fear. Maybe this was all temporary. Maybe once the dare ended, so would everything else. And if that happened, her heart wouldn't survive it.
Game, but now nothing feels the same. It's a dare to love, a risk you're taking.